Hello, everyone. Welcome to Camel's Creations. I'm Ellen. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, I want to show y'all how I do bindings on quilt when I'm not able to press or iron the fabric. And you can see I have a little ruffles and buffles here in the fabric, and that's okay. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim off this salvage edge, and I'm gonna sew my I'm doing a miter sew to put them together. While I'm doing this, let me see, can I get this up on my big screen? Oh, excuse me. Oh. I think I drank the wrong thing this morning. Um, I think I know what it is now. I've been having issues drinking this cappuccino. I really, really like it. And I guess it don't really like me. Look, oh no! I just had it and it disappeared. Hi, you can have a seat now. Thank you. Now I just had the notification up and okay, I see it again. No, that said try live. I'm trying to see can I. Oh, thank you, baby. You in my live though.
Oh,
I'm gonna set this here beside me. You all right? I'm trying to find me on the big screen, y'all, and okay, I'm having problems pulling it up, and seem like whether I go to my channel or whatever, it won't let me just pull it up like that. Um, I had it, and before I can click on it, it just jumped out. Like the screen updated itself or something. Let me try it again. That's okay. I think I'm letting it jump out this time. Hello. Let me turn it jump out this time. Hello. I had to turn the volume down on the big screen. Yeah. She says, wait, what do you have under your needle today? What I have under my needle today is some binding. I'm going to put a binding on this quilt I did here. And I want to show y'all how I do it without using the iron. And it's so simple. But you wouldn't have guessed. You know, a lot of people couldn't guess how to do it or think how to do it. Maybe, I don't know. It's just an ideal I had and I wanted to share it. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to cut off this binding edge. It don't take long to do. So I'm doing miter seam lines, and I'm just going from corner to corner. I'm not even pending. But you got to keep in mind when you're dealing with corners, You got to try to line it up. You don't have to be in a hurry. Just take your time and line it up. And so, mm, my pedal kind of turned on me, but I got it straight, I think. And the way I do this is I go by my needle. I use my needle path to keep it straight. So here we go. I'm gonna just go ahead and clip so much off of both ends. Since this like a small baby quilt, I have about 7 or 8 strips here, and I'm mitering them. If I can get it to loose, right sides together. I cut my strips. They're all 2.5 inch strips. And I just line this corner up with my needle point. My needle is in the down position, so it's easy to line it up when you got it down like that. All right. Next piece. It kind of looked like a hoop. But the reason it looked like that is because I didn't cut any thread. I'm just flattening it out. And I'm trying to keep my voice down too, y'all, a little lower pitch, because it dawned on me. I know I have a high frequent voice, so I'm trying to keep it so everybody can wanna, view my content and listen. Okay, line it up again, corner to corner. And I'm lining up the needle segment of it where I put my meat up directly on that angle. And then come across on that angle, making it corner to corner. Catch the other end. Turn the right side up. Grab another script. Trim off my bias, my edges, or save them. The first one I tossed in the trash because I cut it too small to use for anything else. Now I got it together. I turn it on the angle with my needle always in the down position. I'm lining it up again. I lift up my presser feet and I slide this meat up from corner to corner. Slide that corner on there and line it up to come in a straight angle position. Take the other end. I rub it. It won't take me long to get these together. Hi, Jazzy Joyce. She said, hi, Miss Ellen. I enjoyed your short about it takes a village. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I made that quilt few years back before I moved to Indiana, and I donated it to Sarah's Touch, which is a nonprofit organization, and they really help people in need. Uh, I have donated quite a few. Probably I can't keep up with them all. Got to line up again. Y'all excuse me here. I got a hammer down here. I have so many projects going on, and I just put it where I be doing. But this what I be doing with the hammer. I'm chiseling out. Can y'all see that? I'm chiseling out wood blocks, and that gonna be something good too. Okay, line it up. Get me corner to corner. Okay. So I have about, I think I said 6 or 7 of these. Yeah, I got one more. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there, put it on here. If I don't use it all, I save it. I always save my leftover bindings because I can put them together and use them as a scrappy binding. When I say I do scraps, I love doing scraps. I laugh, y'all, because I be saying to myself, "Oh, I'm scrap happy." I'm laughing at my own self. Scraps can make some beautiful projects, though. All right, got it. So before I start cutting my thread, I'm gonna do my 1/4 inch seam allowance, which I'm not even measuring. I'm just eyeballing here. Then I cut that. Then that's how it come out. Can y'all see that? It's not perfect, but it works. That's what I do. What works. I go back when I'm done and I can press my seams open. All these little cute triangles. Get to come off. One more. So I'm just mitering it, and I'm still in the progress of reorganizing my sewing space, and it has been a slow go, but I'm working on it a little bit by little behind the scenes. Scene. Okay. Number 3. So y'all can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the rest of them trimmed up here. And y'all know 1/4 inch is really not a lot. And learning that 1/4 inch and how to guess 1/4 inch. It wasn't easy for me. I had to work on it. I had to work on it myself, but I can't wait to show y'all this. You're gonna be like, well, why you do it like that? By me moving stuff around and reorganizing my space, I don't have my iron out. I can't iron right now. The biggest and the most I can do is just finger press. Finger press it and keep it moving, keep it rolling. And if I can do it, I know y'all can do it too. I know I'm live a little early today, but it's okay. I'm eager to share. These little thread ends won't even matter. And a little bit, it won't even matter. Okay, that's the last one. So I'm gonna move these to the side. Toss that thread. I saved those. Jazzy Joy says I'm always reorganizing my sewing space. It's all right, Jazzy George. You have to. If you don't, you'll be so cluttered. You'll be so cluttered with stuff you can't find your own self. And right now, I feel like that's the situation I'm in. I'm so cluttered I can't find my own self. I got all these quilt tops I need to be working on, getting them quilted up. And I also got a complete full box of batting. I haven't even opened the box. So each time I get my lining ready to go, I got to get it battened out so I can get a project completed. While I'm talking about projects, it just hit me. Let me show y'all this right quick. I've been talking about this and talking about this. Look what I'm getting ready to work on. Y'all see that? I'm getting my little football season and stuff going on. I've been wanting one of these quilts myself so bad. And I don't know why I like the Steelers, but it's in my blood now. My daughter was telling me, Mom, you know we can do some whole bedrooms outfitting it. And y'all know she on point because I used to do I could do whole bedroom decoration. I can even do a bedroom decoration from quilts I make. I can make a quilted curtain. I don't know, just pretty much whatever I want, I can do it. When it comes to sewing, let me clarify it. When it comes to sewing, I love sewing so much. I used to just be in the house sewing day in and day out. I used to have stuff planned up, stacked up in a planned order, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make this set this day and that set that day." I even had a suggestion on the quilt blocks I just done. The bow tie here. I had a suggestion on this to make some pillows out of it. And I started thinking, I'm like, well, I don't have a lot of pillows made. I do have a lot of quilt tops made that need quilting. But with pillows, I'm going on working on them right away, showing how I do it, sort of like using them as a show you how I did it. What y'all think about that idea? Turn it into pillows, because I was wondering. It didn't take but 4 blocks to make that into that design pattern. And I already got my blocks and stuff cut. I'm continuing to make those blocks. I got a lot of stuff I just continually to make. Sometimes I think I'm just really overdoing it because I have no stop filter. My stop filter need to kick in and say, okay, that's enough, Ellen, just bag off. No. That's why when I tell y'all I don't be bored, I don't be bored. I'm doing something all the time. Keep myself a little busy. If it ain't the hair scrunchies or the hair bows or the quilt blocks or crocheting, I'm working on crocheting tote bags. So it's pretty much, it's not a pattern. It's just an ideal I get and I bring it to fruition. It's not a pattern. It's just I've been sewing and crocheting for so long. When the ideas come to mind, I just create. If I like it, I create more. If I don't like it, I stop right there. Now, I don't have a hot iron to press these like I want it, but I have this wooden press, so I press those things open. Now, I don't have this same pressing system to do what I needed to do. So, what I'm going to do, I fold my fabric like this, and then I'm going to run a stay stitch down this outer edge here, but I'm not going to start here at the edge. I'm going to leave a little so I can join them when I get around. So I'm going to come down about to here and start in here somewhere and just run that small stay stitch because I don't have my iron out and ready. And this is how I do it. And again, take your time and enjoy the process. I love to encourage everyone to take their time, because it's not going anywhere. And this is going to be my binding for this little small quilt. Now, even though I'm putting a stay stitch here, when I sew it, I can rub that edge. I'm trying to keep my width about, it's not even a 1/4 inch. It might be a 1/8 of an inch or something like that. Or we could say it could probably about I don't even have my tape measure on me. It could be just a couple centimeters. Not full centimeters, but just the small, just small enough so when I go back and sew it to my quilt, my stitching it to the quilt overlaps the stay stitch. I've been practicing on a song too. It seems like it's stuck in my head and it pops in there. I'm trying to hold back. I can mess it up pretty good and real fast. But when one hit me with the spirit, I just, Lord is behind side. I'll cross the hottest desert, travel near or far for your glory. I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my King. I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. I wanna be where you are. Yeah, I just had to get that out. I've been kind of working on it all throughout the day, but it depends on how it hit me and where it hit me. Um, it's always a real myth. Talking about your sewing room, Jazzy Joy. I know mine is a real myth. And I need this space to be used constructively because, as most of y'all might know or might not know, I have a mid-arm. I have a quilting machine now, and it's on my cutie frame, but I want to take it off the cutie frame because, y'all, I get tired of unhooking this, slide it over here, do this section. You might have maybe 5 minutes, do that little area, then you done, and you be like, oh, I got to move it already. So if I put it on the big quilting frame, all I got to do is just go to edge to edge, and see a lot of my sewing and quilting is done edge to edge anyway. It's just if you picked out a pattern and you practice that pattern, you're going to practice trying to do it edge to edge from left to right. Well, I say left to right because I'm right-handed, and that's how I do things, left to right. But if you left-handed, then you might want to practice doing yours from right to left. I mean, it's no police to tell you how to do it. You do it the way that best fits you comfortably. Help you get the job done better and efficiently. That's how I see it. A lot of teachers teach from right to left. I mean, from left to right. But who teach from right to left? While sewing this, y'all, I'm just getting my two raw edges, lining them up. Sometimes I have to okay. And this is my fun. Even sometimes I be sick, y'all. Can't hardly walk, and I still want to sew. What kind of word do y'all have for that? Knowing I need to have myself somewhere laying down getting some rest. Be like, oh no. And this comes out so good for me. Um, I used it on a couple other quilts, and I like it. I like doing it like this better because once you're doing the quilt, you put this stay stitch in it. You ain't gonna be wrestling too much to get your binding layers to lay right. They gonna automatically lay right because you already got the stay stitch in it. I have did bindings this way, and when they get through, it look like I pressed it like that, and I'm like that look better than the ones I do that I press. Um, Jazzy Joy says I cut my fabric from right to left. Ooh, I can't see all of that. What's in the way over here? Oh, the heart in the way. Notifications in the way here now. She said right to left. Let me see, can I move it up? Nope. I'm right-handed. Okay, right. Mmm. Wow. Right to left. I'm right-handed too. And I think I cut my fabric from right to left as well. Because I was just picturing myself cutting these strips, and it goes, I'm cutting from this end and my fabric on this end. So I'm drawing my fabric from the left. So everything on the right side get cut. I can probably cut a little backwards, but I choose to go the route that's easier and better. Um, and I could cut these strips with my A Quilt Go die cutter, but I didn't choose to do that either because I got to go dig out my die cutter, get my while I'm digging out the cutter, I got to take out my die plate that I'm gonna use, the size, the measurement of it, and to get everything cut the same. I love those little cutters too, y'all. The first time I started using it, I got carried away. I got carried away, and the thing says only use 6 layers of fabric. So I said, okay, I can put 6 strips under here now. 6 strips, and it's folded, equal 12. And I'm like, what did I do wrong? I wound up bending my blade. So now when it say 6 strips, I'm looking at the front and the back and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Sometimes you can get away with it, sometimes you won't. But I encourage you, if it said put 6 up there, if you ain't got the money to spend, I beg you, put 6. Um, I shared a event my daughter had, and she got me to go with her. I like going to those different kind of events. You get to meet a lot of people. Sometimes you meet somebody you ain't expecting to meet, and you know who they is. As we consider being famous, somebody you would say, "Oh, they famous. I know them." You meet them at some of these events because you're not expecting or looking to find them there. Now, on this end, I'm not gonna go all the way down to the end, but I'm gonna go for enough, lock in my stitches, and here we go. I left this part open so if I need to, I can add on or take away. It's done, y'all. Long binding here. And I didn't have a hot iron to press it with. Now, I'm getting ready to put this on my quilt. And this is the quilt I done. I went on and I laundered it out. And it got all my little markings out. Y'all see how the washable markers do? You wash it and it all come out. It's just pretty to me. Now I'm going to turn it around and I'm starting from this front side. And all I'm going to do is attach this binding here. I don't have no particular spot, so I'm going to put that there. Okay, I have a pen here. I was looking for my clips. I'm going to go ahead and pin this here because I'm not going to stitch this. This part, y'all see that? This part with the pin, I'm going to start below it. And I'm going to line it up on my machine to run my it's going to be kind of hard to see due to the raw edges, but I'm going to leave them on there. And I'm going to eyeball my 1/4 inch. And I'm going to go ahead and sew this down. Back tack. I'm trying to watch how much I use because this is a 2.5 inch binding strip. And when I flip it, it's going to create a snug, tight binding. And before I started this, I already brushed my machine and oiled it and changed the needle. I'm going to sew all the way down to this corner until I get about a 1/4 inch away from the edge. Now, I have seen where someone did a video where you can sew off the edge. I'm not gonna do mine that way. I'm gonna stay at the 1/4 inch marking. So I'm gonna flip I have to hold it up so y'all can see. I flip that over and then bring it back. Now I can turn this while I'm holding it. Ooh, ooh. Hope I don't make something fall. Y'all excuse me while I readjust this camera. Okay. Okay, it kind of lines up, right? Ain't nothing sticking out, so go ahead and slide this under. Lock it in and keep it moving. Once I get this done, I'm gonna do some more stitching on my block. Did anybody have any idea about the question I asked y'all? Should I turn my blocks into a pillow or should I keep it and make a quilt? Hi, Unbiased LLC. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. She said, hey, Queen in chat. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you too. Thank you for joining us. Unbiased LLC. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a small quilt, but I am doing it like this. And this binding, oh my goodness. I like it. When I'm through, it's going to be a beautiful small baby quilt. All quilted up and done. I got an opportunity too, y'all, to enter one of my quilts into a quilt show local here. And I'm already part of the organization. It's just, I don't know. I've been second guessing myself a lot. Mm. Oh, yeah. But I know regardless, everything gonna be all right. I breaks my thread and I flips it back to create that mitered fold. So my corners will be mitered. Line it up, shift everything around in the direction I am going in. All right. Won't be long now. Okay, I see some edge I should have trimmed off. Let me see. Mm, line it up with that. I'm gonna have to trim this off. My nose keep itching me, y'all. I have sinus and allergies, and oh, they do the most. They keep me uncomfortable. But I thank the Lord I know a man I serve that can take care of all. Take care of all. No worries. And that stay stitch makes a world of difference to me. Um, Let me see. Okay. Unbiased LLC says, Amen, y'all. Amen. When I get to practice and singing on different songs, I don't know how to stop on them either. It takes me a while to learn a song because I'll get it wrong and sing it wrong, and it'd be funny to me. But eventually it works out once I get it. That's how all of them be. I have some batting sticking out, so I'm gonna have to lift this to kind of pinpoint my 1/4 inch seam allowance. All right, now lay it back. All this do not come natural to me, y'all. I have to practice and work at it too. I really do. I got a pin in here somewhere, and this edging got to be trimmed down too. I'm using my fabric markings to add this on here, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim off this extra excess, which is batting and raw edges that stick out further than it should. And you know, as a quilter, you sometimes have to do it like that. What if you on a retreat and got some quilts you want to bind, but you don't have everything you need? You got to learn to multitask and do it a different way, so it'll still come out your beautiful work. And another reason I'm still working too in organizing this space, I have a ruler base for my quilting machine, and I want to be able to use that. I want to be able to use it because I love teaching and showing others how to do this. Take your time and just work through it. Okay, y'all, I found my pen. See that pen here? I'm almost back around. And making my way on around. Okay. In my heart cry, I'm patiently waiting to be where you are. I'll cross the hottest desert, travel near or far, for your glory. I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my king. I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. I think my fold is a little too deep, so I'm gonna ease up on it just a little. There you go. And I'm gonna lock this in. I lock in a lot of my stitches when I'm sewing because I don't want all my work to come unravel undone, even if I got the cross cut it. I know in making postage stamps, some of my quilts, I sewed them twice. Because you sit there and do all that work, you don't want to come apart. Just to see you, to behold you as my king. Okay, I'll stop and cut my thread and pull this out because I'm back. I'm back where I meet my pen. And this is how I fixes this. I lay it flat and I measure what I need and I trim away. So I still have extra binding tape that I can use for something else. And then I take this, I line that up, make sure it's flat and straight. Now the way I do mine could be different the way somebody else do theirs. So since this gonna be like folded to the inside, I can take a marker and just mark my seam. If I can get it to mark. Okay, got it. Okay. Now, I want my seam to line up on this outer uh, edge here that I'm turning over. I'm putting it right in front of my needle hole. And so, okay, got it. Now, I have it sewn. So now I'm going to trim this down. See that? I hold it like that and it's flat and lays up together. Now I will trim this down to about 1/4 inch, which it will reduce bulkiness. And like I said, everybody do their binding different. Now I'm go back right here. Get in here. Put my needle down. Lock in that stitch. And come on where I meet them. Okay, I'm back to where I started. I'll cut that thread. Okay, before I start turning and flipping, all of this extra batting and stuff that's hanging out, I start not to trim it down, but I have some very wide pieces and spot that I saw that I'm gonna trim because a lot of it is not even to be in this quilt. It's just supposed to be just trimmed away. And I didn't trim it before I started. I wanted to get my binding on here. See, there's extra fabric here. And it's not, see how much sticking up here? That's because that's where my fabric stopped at. A lot of people go ahead and trim their quilt and stuff before they start binding it like this. Well, I didn't go that route. I choose to wait to get my binding on here. And then I can go back and just trim the excess away. Because remember, we only have a 2.5-inch binding script. And once I sewn it in half like I do, that's half of that. You got like 1 point, maybe 5 inches or 1.2 quarters or something like that. Yeah, it's like 1.25 inches on each side. I had to look at my measuring thing. Okay, I'm dropping. When I do it like that, you can really see that 1/4 inch quilting line. And I'm still not even cutting it as close, but it had extra layers of fabric and the batting showing through. So that's why I choose to wait till I get that on and then trim it up. Let me see. I have any more questions? Oh, Unbiased LLC says I need to learn how to quilt first. Well, you're in the right place. I'll be more than happy to show you how I do it. I will be more than happy, and I don't charge a thing. I just we just have to set up some time, to do a video chat or something to get it started. But meanwhile, if you're really interested in it, go ahead and get your fabrics. Um, Find you a pattern, a simple pattern, because some people jump up with a pattern that they can't figure out, and I can't either. So I request you do a simple pattern. Start off with something simple, something you have the capability of finishing, getting the job done. I should have just trimmed this cotton and stuff away, this extra fabric, before I began. But oh no, I wanted to do it my way. But that's okay too. This just go to show you everybody don't have to use the cutting mat. If you got some good scissors, you in business. This bring me so much joy, y'all. And the most reason of it all is I think about my mom, my late mom. Well, my mother is my mother, but she's deceased. But I thinks about her when I'm sewing and the things she's taught me to do. I saw somebody on the marketplace selling boho quilts. And they when they quilted them, they hand stitched them in a certain pattern till they call it boho quilts. And I'm like, now this how I was raised up to sew like this, to quilt them like this. And by the time I sent a request to get one, she had already sold out. I said, yeah, I will buy one because of that, just because of that. I feel like it's a part of my heritage, my bringing up, upcoming and stuff when I run across stuff like that. And I don't know if any of y'all do know, but back in January, I signed off and had a DNA diagnostic or whatever you call done, and it came back. I am Nigerian. I'm majority Nigerian, and I was wanting to know who I am, what my DNA say. Who should I be trying to connect with? What is the obstacles and all that kind of stuff when it come down to your history and past? And I did it through ancestry.com. But regardless who you do it through, just be careful. Don't let nobody rip you off. You got some folks out there, man, they done turned up for real. They don't care about nothing but the money, honey. And I'm kind of glad I did it because the results came back. I'm mostly Nigerian, but I'm a little bit of Ivory Coast and Ghana and um, sort of like the water coaster line area of Africa. And then once I leave that one, I'm European and English and Maui. Um, uh, what that is? India. I had all those in there, but they was in the lower percentage rate. So that's why some. Who are you? I'm Nigerian, American Nigerian, and I feel better knowing, at least knowing that much. I don't know how correct they are, how close they are to being, spot on. And but I take their word for it because they had something in my results that really hit home, and I'm like, oh, that's where that come from. Yeah. Okay, I'm done trimming this. Okay, here's the seam where I stop right here. So I'm gonna start right here. But when I start, I'm going back the opposite way. I'm turning it over, and I'm gonna have to, when you flip that seam, I'm not clipping it. I'm doing it as I go. I'm doing it as I go. Normally, if I need help to hold it, I would use some straight pins or the clips. And I brought some with me. Oh, I found them. These little precious joys. They are wonderful to have using on binding. See, can I squeeze them up here somewhere? Okay. I was checking to see how it's going, but I got a bump here, so I'm gonna put a clip right here in this seam. I can get it to go on here. Got it. Now you're gonna hold that there. Use another one. This kind of helped me to line up so I won't pull all of it straight to the back. And if anybody did a binding, they probably would know what I'm talking about, referring to. Um, it's easy to pull all of your fabric to the back when you putting this binding edge on. But I don't want mine all the way to the back. I just need a small amount. That way I still will have. Can y'all see this blue on the front? Showing binding edge. Now I don't know. Okay, take off that hook. And go slowly. And I'm doing this like this, but I have not received I done lost my thought, y'all. I was finna tell y'all something. I lost that thought. I'm doing it like this because I don't know if anybody showed y'all that when you folding this back, you don't need the whole piece. That's what I'm saying. To come back. You want to leave some so some of your binding edge will appear in the front. Then I pause and pivot that corner. Now I might can show you what I'm talking about, but let me get this corner in here right quick. Okay, let this down. Then I also pick it up and look at it. Ain't nothing wrong with checking your work. Nothing. Nothing wrong with checking your work. Okay. I don't know how good y'all can see this, but I got some threads here. I started with these threads. I cut them out later, but this is how it's going to come out on this front edge, and the back, I'm just sewing it down like this. And you can see when I started off, I got a little extra room here at the back. But by me starting there and keeping it there, you can't see that seam on the front. So that's the purpose of not pulling it all the way over. And the bigger you create your binding strips, the larger it'll be. And this is my corner here on the back. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the miter corner here and the one for the front. Okay. And that too take practice, y'all. I'm not the pro. I'm not good. I'm just not. It's just I have to take my time. Take my time. And I suggest y'all take y'all time as well. Then, you would really see a difference. I still got little short threads popping up, but I'm trying to get it where you can really see it. And it's just a continuing process. And I look, make sure I ain't pulling it all from one side, and get it done. Y'all might hear a lawnmower in my background, but someone is doing the lawn. And I just have to work on holding it where it need to be. Take my time and fold just a little bit of it over. And another thing I am doing is, can y'all see this raw seam here? When I fold my binding over, I'm pushing this seam under to the outer side. That kind of helps too. And y'all, I come from a lineage where we used to do our backing larger than the top, so we could take that backing and fold it over to create the binding for a quilt. Now that's how I grew up making a binding. So everything you see I'm doing here is new. It's when I really got serious about quilting and learning new and different techniques. Okay, line this up, get it all in place. And I use my needle as my guide a lot as well. And that just something you have to do. You want it to come together right. And sometimes when your corners don't want to act right, you can take a straight edge and lay in there. Just take a straight edge and it'll get that miter to lay right. Now I'm holding it down. Go forward. My feet, presser feet trying to go inside my corner. Okay, pivot. Wanna be where you are. I got some threads I have to trim when I'm done. Okay, not bad. And the slower I go when I do this, it can keep your binding from rolling on you. Because depending on how small they are, they will roll. That's why a lot of people pin them and fasten them down so they won't move. I'm sorry. Did I miss? Hi, Martha. She said, Miss Ellen, enjoy your sewing. Did you ever pick up the blessings I sent you last? You said your daughter had them. Yes. I haven't picked them up yet, but I'm getting ready. I'm going down there in June, last of June, and I will be bringing them back with me. And when I bring them back with me, I'm gonna make a video. Remember, I told you I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna thank you on the video for them. And if I said if it's okay, I wanted to share it. I want to open the box and just do a video on a box packaging opening. Is that okay with you, Martha? Because I appreciate anybody that gives me something. And I want to let you know I appreciate it ahead of time. And I ain't even seen it. But I do. Because I know my love for quilting. And I know y'all got a love for it too. Because y'all be right here with me. And not only when I'm quilting, when I'm crocheting or knitting or painting, anything. Just whatever I'm doing. And that kind of brought back to my mind when I was doing the cups. I had took a break and started painting cups and painting my own little decoration on them and stuff. I wasn't selling them, but I was painting them because I feel like I make it personal when I'm doing something to them myself. And I was showing others, it can be done. I don't want to take too much from the front. I got a chance to visit my grandson's best friend from school. They had an outing experience and I was invited, so I went on to support my grandson because he just graduated preschool. He'll be going to kindergarten soon, and it was a blast. He loved his friend, his best friend, and you can see it. Anything go wrong, if his best friend crying, he won't know what's wrong with his friend. I said, "Oh, he's so sweet. He is so sweet." I think I was like that as well. I had friends, and if they was going through something and something was wrong, I used to uh, go to their rescue. Okay, I'm making a pivot, another pivot turning point, and this one didn't come out so great on this corner, and it might be because my edge was sticking out too far, and this is what it come out looking like, and on this side it's like this. Now this first one, it looks okay to me. Of course, remember I haven't ironed them. I haven't ironed them, but yeah, when I tell y'all I ain't perfect, you see it for yourself. I'm not perfect. I enjoy trying to be perfect. It's a work in progress. Hmm. Oh wow. Yes, I see it. Okay. Unbiased LLC said yes, I see it. Unbiased LLC was saying that is awesome to know about your history. Yes, it is. It is. Because for the longest, I walked around and told people, they said, what's your nationality? I look at them, I don't mean no harm now, but I look at them and tell them, oh, I'm Skittles. Oreo and Skittles mixed together like an ice cream. Yeah. And they be like, oh, Skittles. I wasn't trying to be funny, but that's all I knew. I'm mixed with a whole lot of something. And sure enough, I am. It has the I say it's Indian, but on my DNA said India. So I don't know if that's same or that's different, but I'm learning. And then the Maui part is from Indonesia. And learning a lot of it, and some of it just opened up a new rabbit hole to jump in. But I ain't jumping down there another rabbit hole. I got the answer that I really wanted, and that was the top one, what I am majority of, and it's Nigerian. So that's what it is for me. And as I'm sewing and talking, keep checking the other side, the underside. I just want my needle to hit that edge. It ain't gotta be fancy. It ain't got to be super perfect. But a whole lot of super like. Okay, I'm coming to this corner, and I want to see what it is that I'm doing. Because when I pivot this corner, I want to make sure my miter is in the right place. To be where you are, across the hottest desert, where the near are far. All right, all right, all right. Turn that corner. Tell y'all the truth, I like showing my imperfections to y'all because I'm not a robot. I'm human just like you are, and I do make mistakes. And I don't mind sharing my mistakes, but I let you know it's a mistake. I'm a work in progress still. Martha says, Miss Ellen, enjoy. Oh, I read that. Okay. Okay, but I read that. Yes, I'm gonna be doing a whole video on them as soon as I get back and open them up. I'm almost finished. And I'm using this needle as my guide. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, look at them. Perfectly end. Okay. Now I have a lot of threads. I'm gonna have to take my time and trim these threads. I ain't gonna be able to do it all here, but I'm just gonna show it to y'all. Ow. I see threads everywhere. Not too bad. And then I got one a little wonky. Then fold it down. Now, if I had a hot iron, I don't know if this the wonky one. Out of all of them, this is the wonky one to me. And right over here is where I have the mitered in the strips when I was sewing them together. It kind of mitered there, and but other than that, it's look fine. Back. It's kind of big for a baby's quilt, but I'm done with this. So I go back to my blocks and I trim these threads and ends a little bit later. I finally got done with this, got it out the way. When I get the ends and stuff trimmed, I can move on to something different. So I have some more blocks here cut for the gentleman bow tie. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Oh. So now I don't know whether to make this into a quilt or pillows. Because of the fact somebody did suggest it that I should do them into some pillows. But how I do this is I have my blocks cut. I have them cut 5 by 5 and I hand cut them. So I lay out my blocks and I could use the iron on them too. I know I got some around here. It's just when I thought I was finna move, I started packing up stuff. Packing and packing and packing, packing up. And I really ain't just took time and sit here and thought about what I really did with it. So I could just go find me one and iron them all out. Okay. If I can get these loose. These are 2.5-inch square cuts. I cut my strips first, 2.5-inch strips, and then I go back and cut them 2.5 inches. So it's 2.5 square round. Now what I do is I lay my 2.5 inches squares on my light color, which is my off-white or beige light. And once I lay that on there, right sides together, I take my marking pen here and my ruler, And on this angle, because I had it in place how I wanted it to display and sit. But I go and I mark my corner to corner line. Mark it corner to corner. And once I get it marked, lay my ruler down. My goodness. And let me show y'all the marking. If y'all can see that marking, I put my needle on that line and I sew on that line. Not beside it, I sew on it. And I line up my needle on the line. Let it down and go corner to corner. You might would like to go a little slower than I did, but I sewed it like that. So this piece on the outside here, and y'all notice I use my scissors a lot, but this piece on the outside get chopped off. I bevel it about a 1/4 inch seam allowance and chop it off. Now I open this out and I take my wooden press, which is some counter press. I take the wood press and you can finger press it open or you can use your little wooden press, and I press all my seams open. I do not press to the darker side, even though that's okay too. It's just how you prefer it by doing it. My reason is, the reason I press them open like that is because when a quilter is quilting your quilt and your project, this little bump here with all of it pressed to the darker side creates what you call that, a bokage. It creates a bokage, and if you ruler quilting it, that gonna cause a problem because everything is lowered to your foundation. Even your presser foot is down on your foundation because you might have the top line and the batting. You might say, I want 2 battens in there. And then you got your backing on there. But if you got 2 battens in there, even one, when you get to this spot, it's going to be a bulk. They're going to be like a bump in the road that you have to choose to either figure out a way to go over or go around. So to avoid that, I just press all of my seams open, and most cases I try to lock in my seams from start and then at finish. So I lay this back in place here, which you can kind of get a view. So I start with this one, right sides together. It's lining them up for me, y'all. So I understand what the next person be going through, especially when you having vision issues. Now on this corner, I line it up from point to point, and then I make my mark. Now it's okay if you choose to put a pin in it. You know, by all means, do what works for you. I don't put the pin in But I show my marking from point to point, and I come over here and I line up with the round eye hole for my needle. And you want to try to keep it straight as you can. So if you have to go slow, that's okay. You know why? You getting your detail work done. And see, I be all out the camera most of the time. I be trying to figure it out. Okay, here I go again. I ball 1/4 of an inch. And I don't throw these away, I save them. So I cut it and I open this out and press my seam open. That's my process. So did I get any suggestions on making a quilt top for these or make pillows? I think quilted pillows are so beautiful, but everything don't have to go in pillows. I lay this back in place. Now, I don't know how much of this y'all can see, but let me see. I'm going to lift it up. Anybody get dizzy, please just close your eyes for a minute here, and I'm going to give you the view. Can y'all see that? That's the process of how I make these bow ties. So I'm going to go on, and now I'm going to sew them together. Get this done. So I'm going to start with the top, fold it over. I go ahead and fold it over, right sides together, and pick them up, line it up. Get it on my 1/4 inch seam allowance. All right, got it done. Press this open. I can remember the times, excuse me, where I can just sit and do this all day. See how I got that together? I press my seams open. Even the seam that meets here, all of it is laying open. Which, when I start and iron it, it's going to be so flat. They're going to be like, how you get that together? It just come together real nicely. Line it up, right sides together. When I pull it back, y'all, I'm trying to get it closer to the light. And come on, line it up on the 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay. All right. Open this one. Get it, pressed it. I'm going to check my messages right about here. Hi, Diane. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Garden Quilter and Art Show. Hello, 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 Auntie Ellen. Um, Peace and happiness. Thank you, Divine. Auntie Ellen says hello. Okay, she's speaking to somebody else. Looking good, Divine. Thank you, thank you. I'm pressing my seam open now for this bow tie pattern here, and it's simple. It was so simple till I just fell in love with it, and I'm like, I really like this because the first bow tie quilt that I ever received was from Miss Ellen Ragland, who I'm named after her, and I always wanted to make my own quilt with that same pattern, and I never, had the time to try to research and do it up until now. And now that I have me one that I really love, I love this pattern because it's just like a faux patch. Y'all can see I ain't sewn it together yet. It's like a faux patch. And on two of the blocks, you just snowball them. And what snowball mean is just kind of sew the edge on them a little bit with different fabric. Just a triangle piece. And now I have to put right sides together again, and this will make the block, complete the block once I'm sewn. But I'm emphasizing on my center stitch lines to line them up. I don't care about the excess on the outer edge because all that get trimmed away anyway. Long as this center seam is on target for me, I'm good. I go ahead and line it up for a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And so, locking in that stitch. And I'm also using my fingers. Now, you can use a stylo, which is this here. You can use that to kind of hold everything down so your seams don't flip back on you. Because sometimes them seams will flip back, and it bothers me when mine flip back. It may not bother you. If it don't, you're fine. I'm not the quilt police. It bothers me. And that's my own preference. And I lock in my ends, cut the thread. Okay. As you can see, that's my 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now, before I go any further, I just open it up and press my seam open. I start in here, take my nail to try to get it started. And this helped me so much because when I'm quilting, if I'm quilting it myself, I don't have the bulkiness of the seams laying under. And I do stress it's okay, if you prefer to press yours to the darker side or press them open, it's just your preference. You do what make you happy. I love for everybody to enjoy their process when they piecing blocks, making quilts. I mean, it's a joy. It's something you just sits in your spare time or however you decide to create. And check this out. All done. Another one, and you get that view. You see how those triangles come together in the middle. That's why I be trying to line up my seams so that part will come together and be on point. I ain't gonna keep y'all here forever making more and more blocks, but this is what I will be working on till I get a few more done. I don't know if I'm going to do it in a pillows, but I feel like I'm leaning towards doing the pillows. And if I do the pillows, they would be like this, but I want to add something extra to this, like a little what you call lavender, some lavender strips around the edge, and then I can iron them good and have them ready for quilting to make pillows. But the reason for that is because when I'm doing a block or a quilt, I feel like it's very important to use your three color rules. That's the light, medium, and dark colors. And when you use that process, it just make it that much more beautiful to me. It really do. And I'm trying to stick with that. I don't want to change. Now, when you're doing it scrappy or using scrap for it, that's a totally different process. And which another idea just popped in my mind on doing it. And y'all know I'm going to have to test it right. So y'all stay tuned for that testing. Meanwhile, if you want to join me on that test, I'm going to tell y'all, do some crumbs. All right. Do some crumbs. I'm going to finish this up. And once I start the process of quilting these, I will do a video so y'all can join me into this or see how I'm doing it, get more tips from it, or you might even get another idea from it. But I don't mind sharing. That's what I'm here for, to share, to teach, to help. We help one another to learn. This is Campbell's Creation, and I'm Ellen, and I thank each and every one of y'all for coming in and being here with me today. And my computer is doing something different. Okay, that said spam, so spam can talk to spam. Oh, it's not gone, is it? No, it opening up another window. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Very, Auntie Ellen says, very pretty. Love these colors. I also use a stylus when I'm piecing. Oh, that's good to know, Auntie Ellen. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, okay, you were speaking. Okay. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. I was very anxious to share it, so I came in just a few minutes early, and I'm going to go on and leave y'all with this now. Thank y'all for coming in, and do please share this video. Share this video so others that trying to learn or to be inspired by something may find it and be able to use something from it. Thank y'all. I'm going to say bye now. Auntie Ellen says, peace, love, and blessings to all. Have a nice day. Thank you, Auntie Ellen. Bye, y'all. Bye.